Good afternoon and good afternoon and good afternoon. Stephen Willis right here with a POMcast special. Tywone Malone signed with Ole Miss. Kind of a cherry on the top of an already elite class. This is going to be the best player of this class, ranked number 45 on ESPN. I think he's in the 60s on 247. So it's a big get for Ole Miss football, and it adds a little bit of cherry on top of an already good class. Now, we've seen all the stuff around the last couple of weeks. All the crystal balls coming in for Ole Miss, all the future casts coming in for Ole Miss. It was Ole Miss from A to B the way it looked. Now, there might have been some manufactured drama over the last couple of days about this because they want you to, get anxious and pay attention. But this was kind of situated early on. He visited Ole Miss more than any other school. He actually wants to play a little bit of baseball. Ole Miss is a top 5 baseball program this year to go along with defensive line, which he is a stud. Now, if you want to look at what this means is with him being as good as he is, I look for as a freshman year for him to flash, to absolutely flash. He might not be ready to take the bull by the horns, so to speak, but he's going to flash a little bit. We have Isaiah Iton that's expected to perform, and Jamon Gordon that's projected to perform. Those two guys are going to take a lot of pressure off Tywone Malone and the two ends that we signed, and just adds to an already stellar defensive class for Lane Kiffin in year number 1, because we're not going to count his transition class. You take the 2021 class, stack it on the 2019 class, you've got half your roster where it needs to be. Well, now we just need to get 2018 off the books next year, and 2019 as the seniors a chance of 3 solid classes on the field, and now you're cooking with gas. And that's the whole goal, is that you have at least 3 solid classes on the field, no holes. 2017 is gone. That one's gone. We're getting rid of 2018 right now. Now, I know what you're saying. That's the Matt Corral, Elijah Moore class, and that is correct. But the rest of it, as far as deep down, it's not as bad as the 2017 class, but it's still a pretty bad class as far as recruiting goes. You know that the fact that Matt Luke and everybody totally revamped their recruiting after that happened and how that was going about doing it. So that was the return of Tyler Siski and all of that stuff, leading into Mississippi Made in 2019 with a stellar group of Mississippians that came up here, even though we missed out on some top-end guys. So with 2019 and 2021, you're at half of your roster being where it needs to be. That's anywhere from 50 to 60 kids. You can play with that. You can make that work. And once 2022 next year comes in, which should be even better, you have a chance for things to really start to snowball and really start to stack upon itself. So I'm just really excited that Tywone Malone picked Ole Miss and came in. There's a lot there to be excited about, and with the group and stacking on top of the 2019 class, hopefully 2020 there's some players that can really perform. I think Cedric Johnson flashed a little bit at the end of the year. Hope he's ready to take a step, but even then, last year was basically a free year. So we'll keep an eye on the recruiting rankings. Ole Miss is probably looking at a teens finish this year, which is quite excellent in a year with no visits and no, the players can't come to campus. And Ole Miss's selling point has always been its campus. So it's just this cannot be understated. This makes this class in the conversation with 2013 and 2016. The rankings won't say so much. The rankings this year, so much is based on combines. Kids couldn't do combines. There's not many people that really know how to make a proper evaluation. and it kind of bit them. They're such a crutch to the combine and those analytical numbers that this year was really tough for them. As you can see, the top 100 for each of the services wasn't as volatile as it normally is. But anyway, Tywone Malone, Ole Miss, big get. Tune in tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock Eastern, 10 o'clock Central for the POMcast.